So the intake manifold's on, coolant's in, it's all bled properly. The car's running, but is not idling well. And actually, before I changed the intake manifold, when you blip the throttle and come off the throttle and deaccelerate, you'd hear this loud hum from under the hood. And I believe the issue, and it's really common on these cars, is this here, the idle air control valve. So if you look at it, where it's located and what it's doing, it's plumbed into the air intake, track before the throttle body, and then it goes and basically connects to the throttle body after the butterfly there. So what this valve does is basically regulates the flow of air that is allowed to bypass the butterfly in the throttle body, and that air is important to kind of regulate the idle. When these fail, there's a couple of classic symptoms of these. One is if you wind out the throttle or you rev it and it's very slow to come back down to the RPMs to come back down. That's a symptom that's bad. The other thing is they get noisy. I'll actually play a clip of the car idling where I blip the throttle and you'll hear this really loud hum. And when you touch it, especially like this part's like the resonator, the whole thing, you could feel it just buzzing basically. There's other symptoms where you could hear like a hiss and that sort of thing, but it becomes noisy. So I'm gonna run the car, give you an example of what it sounds like, and then we're going to replace the valve. So the car's idling, but it's not idling well. Number one, this hose that goes to the PCV on the valve cover was all cracked. I replaced that and it's idling much better, but one thing you'll hear is this really loud hum after you accelerate. So I'm just gonna flip the throttle. You heard that loud hum, and now it barely wants to idle. So I'm going to change that idle air control valve and see if this resolves the issue. Just to show you, here's the replacement part. Basically the same exact thing. It's air goes in, comes out with like a little electronic solenoid in there that actuates the valve. Really important when you buy it, make sure you get the replacement gasket. This one came with it. If it doesn't come with it, buy this. It's just a couple bucks. And we're gonna undo those two small bolts. So it's a 8mm. Again, that PCV hose is a little bit, you could just unplug it, kind of get it out of the way. Second bolt out, we're going to undo the little electrical connector.
and undo the hose. Oh, let's do the connector first. This one. There we go. So here's the old part. I'll make sure it has the same electrical connection. It does. Now we're just going to install the new one. When I look into this is the one I removed from the car. And you see how there's just like that pin? Here's the new one. It looks very different. There's that brass kind of sleeve with the spring. So I wonder if it's actually damaged, because it does look pretty clean. Okay, let's do this. Put that on. Hold the hook. Put the gasket on. Started. Here's the connector. Connect the PCV, and that's it. Now we'll give it a start and see if it makes that same sound. Idling 1,000 times better. Just came back from a quick little drive and everything seems to be resolved. The throttle response is much better. The return to idle is better. It's not making that sound anymore. So hopefully this video helps and helps you kind of diagnose and get a sense of what that sound is. I've had my brother's F-150 make that same exact sound. So it's, you know, the same thing, the 4.6 liter 2-valve. So it's a pretty common thing, and it's a really simple fix.